Hey everybody, I come to make another video for you today. And everybody likes hamburger helper. I'm going to show you what you can do with hamburger helper. Especially if you're like us on the low income. You get tired of eating hamburger helper all the time. So I'm going to show you what to do with it that makes it spice it up a little bit. Let me get everything out for you. Got everything out now. Sorry about that. But you just, you do like you're gonna cook your hamburger helper. The same old thing. Get your hamburger on. Now what I do is, while I'm frying my hamburger, I add things like mushrooms, see, this all gets added into your hamburger helper. And by the way, guys, generic hamburger style helper, just as good. It's like 50 cents cheaper. And everybody who watches my videos knows cheap is best, especially when you don't have the income. And nowadays, nobody has the income. This is the bell peppers I froze. You see how I hope you can see how the juice just drips out of them. The freezing, I think, actually makes them more juicier. And again, I'm allergic to black pepper, so I use bell peppers as a flavoring. And you got to be careful nowadays because a lot of people have food allergies. That's a good thing to remember, boys, if you are cooking for girlfriends. You want to show them that you're domesticated, or can be domesticated. Especially if you're looking for a maybe wife, Make sure you find out if she's got a food allergy. Because, you go to cooking for her and then you fix her something that put her in the hospital, that's not going to be good for a relationship. Okay, I got that in there. Slice up some onion. I think most of us use a hamburger helper nowadays and you can only eat so many hamburgers. And if you both work and you just ain't got time to fix fancy meals, hamburger helper's just easy. But if you take a little effort and a little time, and it doesn't, as you watch my cooking videos, you'll realize real quick, what I do don't really take all that much time. And you gotta remember, when you're cooking, you gotta cook for how many people's there. If you got a big family, then you need to add more. There's only a couple of you, add less. Or, sorry, you don't add less, you don't add so much. Tim and I love our onions and our garlic. And again, if you have health issues, folks, garlic's good for blood pressure and all kinds of stuff. Look at that. In fact, maybe I'll do something on that once in a while. Look up stuff like garlic and the salt and what that stuff does to you and for you. And this is garlic salt. We don't use a lot of salt. And this is Lori's. It's like Mrs. Dash, except this has no black pepper in it. You just stir it. Let all this cook together. I think I'm going to put a little bit more onion in it. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, I'm going to let this cook for a little bit and then I'll be right back. Okay, everybody knows how to do this. You take your hamburger helper, put it in some boiling water, get the noodles cooked. You get the noodles all boiling. Take your sauce. Stick it in there along with, some people like use milk, some people use water. I personally can't tell the difference in the taste, but my husband likes the milk better, so if that gives you any clue. Okay, always make sure you drain the grease. Okay, now that you got this done, you're waiting for your noodles. In fact, I think what I'm going to do to make it a little quicker, and no folks, water does not hurt the hamburger. Because Tim wants mashed potatoes too. And I hate washing a bunch of pots and pans. Please. You heard him, folks. Please. So, yeah, I'm gonna make him some, now he's got me all messed up. I'm gonna make him some mashed potatoes. He loves them. And again, like I said, poor folks gotta eat with the can, and mashed potatoes is a filler. It's not healthy, but it's a filler.
I just love them.
Yeah, Tim loves them. And again, because I hate washing a lot of dishes, I try to manage my dishes at 2 pans. So, and water, folks, does not hurt your hamburger. So don't worry about that. Okay? You get this all cooked up, boiled up. Now you might want to add a little more garlic to this because of the water. Water does tendency to take some of the flavor out of your seasoning. But then again, it evens the flavor out a little better. Okay. Now we let this cook a little bit. Remember, this is my way of doctoring up this. Everybody has different stuff. And look around and see what different people are doing. But cooking ain't all that hard, folks. And here's another hint for those that are just starting with the cooking. If you clean up your mess as you go along, wipe stuff down, it makes it a lot easier for the cleanup afterwards. I mean, you always got time to wipe down in between putting stuff in and stirring. Just a little helpful hint. Now, sure, everybody knows how to make mashed potatoes. Take your potatoes, mix them in the water. Now, depending on how thick you like your potatoes, is how you dump them in there. We like them pretty thick. And we add butter. Another thing, not healthy, but tastes good. To our mashed potatoes. This is not thick enough for us because, like I said, we like butter, and Tim likes a little milk in his. And since he's the one that matters, at least to me, because honestly I can't tell the difference in the taste with the milk and the water, but I don't have the refined taste buds of my husband. Okay, milk. And I'm actually doing a no-no. I'm using a fork and a new skillet that's got them that don't scratch it stuff and it won't stick. And we know metal silverware has a tendency to scratch this stuff really bad. If you notice, I don't really measure much. I know what looks right. You know if your mashed potatoes are too runny by looking at them. You can tell. You know. You can tell if it doesn't taste right, you know. Okay, that's enough milk. Now, I think I'll make it a little thicker. butter. Now here's a clue for you. Garlic salt. Garlic for the blood pressure. And the salt, and everybody likes salt in their potatoes. But the garlic salt, actually you don't need as much salt for the potatoes using the garlic salt because it gives it extra flavor. And that's good for you. You see? Nice thick potatoes. Not that hard to cook, folks. Sometimes some people just make it harder than what it should be. It is. Okay, you drain some of the water, which I already did. Cut your packet. Stir it in here. Let me get my gloves. Skillet. Oops. Always expect a mess. I always make some kind of a mess, no matter how hard I try to keep it clean. Okay, I'm going to take this off for a minute because I'm going to get some milk, which I forgot to leave out from the potatoes. Put a little milk in here. Now remember, this is just same old stuff. It's just I added extra veggies to spice it up. Onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, stuff like that. Spices it up, makes it taste better. And because this does have an artificial cheese to it, milk does help the artificial cheese taste better. Especially with a generic brand, which is what we buy because of the cheapness. Just think of me as a little bird when you go to buy your groceries. Cheap, 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 cheap is better. Put your milk away. Voila! Dinner is done. And that's all it is hamburger helper with a little bit of extra. Videos twice a week. It'll probably be on Monday and Fridays. So I hope you like these videos. Subscribe. Give me a like. Tell me what